Okay, so running panels is a ton of fun, and it's actually not that hard to get into. So let me go ahead and tell you some tips and tricks onto how it all works and how to do it. First things first, anyone can submit a panel. You don't have to be a guest or a celebrity or anything wild to submit a panel. You don't even have to be 18 most of the time. You can just go ahead and submit one. And that applies to pretty much all types of panels, whether it be a discussion panel, a in-character, you have like a group of your friends get together and they ask you questions and you're in character for the cosplay, or an informational one where you sit down and tell them a whole bunch of information about whatever it is that you know. You can do any of that, basically. You just go onto the website, fill out a form, submit it, and bam, if you get accepted, then you got a panel. Another thing is that why you should just go ahead and go for it is a lot of times you can get discounted badges for running panels. It's different for every convention how they do discounted badges, if they do them, but the vast majority of them you have to do 4 hours worth of panels. And sometimes there are extra rules and limitations on how that applies. You can't, a lot of times, just submit a 4-hour panel and then have that give you your free badge. Sometimes they'll split it up. Sometimes that'll apply to yourself and a co-panelist, and yeah, vast majority of cons do it that way. I went to one con where if you did 3 panels, then you got a free badge, but if you only did 1 panel, then you got 1/3 of the badge price off, and if you did 2 panels, you got 2/3 of the badge price off, which is pretty cool. Most cons I've seen don't do that. It has to be, you know, you do the full amount that they request to get a free badge, you get the free badge. If you do 3 panels instead of 4 because one doesn't get accepted, then you don't get a free badge. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing a panel just to get a free badge, because then you're not going to enjoy it as much, and then nobody else is going to enjoy it as much, and it just, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you're thinking about doing it, this might be the thing to push you off the edge, because money, am I right, guys? Yeah. Okay, another good thing about running panels is you can make friends a lot easier. A lot of people don't have any problems making friends at conventions, because they feel more comfortable now that they're surrounded by people who like the same things as them, right? And suddenly their shyness just goes away and they can walk up to people. I cannot do that because I'm bad at initiating contact and talking to people because I get a little bit shy sometimes. So if I'm in a panel, then I'm forcing myself to talk to a whole crowd of people, and then I can make friends that way because they might come up to me and talk to me after the panel about what we talked about there, and it's very fascinating and fun to do that. You can make a lot of friends. Yeah, it's also just engaging with the community, you know what I mean? Just forcing yourself to get in there rather than roaming the hallways and trying to find someone to talk to. But hey, some people are good at that too. It also helps with shyness a lot. Like I just mentioned, I'm a little bit shy, but when I force myself to do a panel, then I'm getting out of my comfort zone and I have to stand up straight and talk to a group of people. That pulls me out of the comfort zone, and it gets me to talk to other people, and it gets me moving, basically. It's a weird way to put it, but I'm going with it. Yeah. It also gets you engaged in the actual convention. You learn a lot more about the convention that you're going to. A lot of people just go to conventions casually. They just show up, roam around, don't do much, you know, hang out. But whenever you run a panel, you're actively participating in making the con happen. You're now part of the con. Even if you were just a regular con goer last year, this is your first time going, bam, you're a big part of it now. Because they need panelists. That's part of the convention. And that feels really good. And then also you can get insider information on the actual convention. You start to learn what's going on with the con, any drama that's happening, the plans for next year, how they're budgeting things out. You learn a lot about that kind of stuff, and I find that very interesting, because I've always been very curious about conventions since I was younger and I first found out about them. So yeah, it's interesting, it's fun. I really enjoy that. So yeah, those are my reasons as to why, if you're thinking about doing a panel, just go for it. I mean, you only live once anyways. What's really holding you back, right? Shyness? Is it shyness? Is it lack of motivation? Are you just being lazy? Mood? Yeah, go for it, man. Just submit your panel. Do it.